Sid Davis Productions, racking you with guilt since 1935. Is that anything like shotgunning a beer can? Because I'm not hip to your 1960s lingo. So what, they went to the high school and got a bunch of kids drunk? Neat! Okay, I guess people really read slow back then.
It can't happen to me. That's what you said.
How can this happen to me?
It just did, and you're not quite sure why. Let's see if we can find out.
Let's replay the guilt for you.
Minutes ago, that young woman and her child were happy and healthy.
Now they're hamburger meat.
Their bodies are crushed and racked with pain. Maybe they'll live and maybe they'll die. But one thing's sure.
Their grandmother there hates your guts.
Or maybe days, their lives will hang in the balance. And you'll have to live out those minutes, hours, and days knowing you were responsible.
Come on, people. Don't step in the pool of blood.
The police will measure out the skid marks.
And how filthy your tighty-whities were.
Give you a sobriety test, and it will all go into a report that will be reviewed in court.
See, kids, this is why commas are important.
Maybe you won't. But
maybe you'll find yourself in a shotgun shack.
Waiting to find out if the mother and daughter will live or die. Then the police are at you with questions. Where had you been? Had you been drinking?
What color is George Washington's white horse?
Sure, why not? After all, you'd only had a few beers. You're not
drunk.
a
few dozen.
Of course you're not drunk. Not in the common sense of the word.
Not like your uncle on a Saturday night.
Was measurably impaired. How could it be?
I feel great!
But what you didn't
all right,
know
son,
was
the guilt trip continues over this way.
To take the keen edge off your driving performance and slow your reaction.
Yes, drinking leads to flannel shirts.
Alcohol is not a stimulant. It's a
Get out of town! I didn't know that!
Oh, sure, the first few drinks make you feel more
Man,
alive and
I feel like a woman.
Actually, as the alcohol enters the bloodstream, it slows down normal operation of the heart and nerve centers.
You see this, son? This is called shocker in a can.
Of the brain.
You see why, don't you?
Inhibitions and social restraints.
Can we hurry this up? I'm missing the monsters.
You have more assurance.
Go, Joey! Go, Joey! Blow! Blow! Blow!
This is when the danger begins. You get a Superman.
You start questioning your life decisions and smearing your mascara.
When your driving skill and mental outlook have been seriously
damaged. Yeah, Jimmy, I am turned on.
When ethyl alcohol, which is the foundation of all liquor, enters the circulatory system through the stomach.
This is my girlfriend, the endocrine system. She's hot.
In the form of calories. Unfortunately, the liver can only process about 3/8 of an ounce of alcohol.
Yeah, your liver sucks. You need to beef it up.
That's about the amount in 3/4 of a shot glass of whiskey or a short beer. When more alcohol is taken, the liver
I propose that we make the perimeter around Atlanta look like this.
The bloodstream and is carried to all parts of
including
the body.
Your pinky toes.
As the percentage of alcohol begins to build up in the bloodstream,
Man, you do not know how to color within the lines, do you, Joe?
Judgment center, located in the frontal lobe of the brain.
I think you aimed a little too high there, Joe.
The brain that determines right from wrong.
Good from evil. VHS or Betamax.
And we adopt a I don't care or sure I can make it attitude.
Just look at his haircut. Surely he doesn't care.
Things like passing on a curve or a hill. We become easily exasperated by the driver we feel isn't going fast enough.
Quit going 75 and a 50.
Take to pass him. True enough.
You know, slapping his ass, making catcalls.
Not legally drunk. By that we mean our blood alcohol content is still below the 0.15% considered by law to be legally intoxicated.
You know, you're not as tanked as Exxon Valdez.
Our driving ability as much as
Whew! Only killed a grandma. Nothing big.
A report by the American Medical Association clearly showed that
when people drink, they fall over and make bad decisions.
12-ounce bottles of beer can inject a dangerous amount of alcohol into our system
if
we're driving.
A newfangled traffic light hickey. Hey, it's a young Eddie Money.
Even an hour.
I hate your music.
A couple of beers, our reaction time to light signals can be reduced as much as 6%.
Or not at all.
In another test, it was shown that after a 3-ounce drink,
it was throwing bright lights in my face.
For a person to regain his normal sight after being blinded by the lights of an oncoming car.
Or blinded by science.
60 miles an hour, that would be over
I was blinded in a day for night shot.
A fifth of a mile of blind driving. Alcohol sometimes causes visual distortion.
Yes, like making ugly people look cute.
Blurred and indistinct. Another problem which often goes unnoticed by the driver but is no less dangerous
Realizing
is
that you were
tunnel
driving
vision.
in Iowa.
Tunnel vision is a phenomena where your field of vision becomes increasingly narrow.
Well, yeah, don't you want to
That
stay
is, your
focused?
periphery or side vision is decreased. This makes you vulnerable to cross traffic and is often the cause of sideswipe or intersection accidents.
But man, if you love T-bones, there you go.
The National Safety Council says that 2 normal cocktails.
You can't say
or 4
cocktail.
beers can reduce
How dirty.
visual acuity as much as wearing dark glasses
Hey,
at night.
Corey Hart would disagree
Only
with
a
you.
fool would drive at night wearing dark glasses, but nobody thinks much about driving after
But
4
some people
beers.
like wearing sunglasses at night.
The effect of alcohol on vision is particularly serious.
I pay my taxes. I own all this road, damn it.
We make are based on how well we see. So if you
I
must
can see
drive,
clearly
don't
now the rain's
If you
gone.
do drink and must drive, wait. Let the
In fact,
effects of
chug.
alcohol wear off. A good rule of thumb: wait 1 hour for each bottle of beer, or while you take, the longer you should wait until it is safe
Really?
to drive. Because the danger of having an accident
we hurry this up? I'm out
increases with
past
the
my
amount of
bedtime.
alcohol in your system. For instance, under identical driving conditions,
this is
a
how
person with
Jerry earned his
0.05%
nickname Wedge.
alcohol in his blood, that's about 2 drinks or a few beers.
It's amazing
is
that a
twice
Model
as
A just
likely
took
to
out a
have an
bus.
accident as a person with no alcohol in his blood. With
Eh,
0.1%, 3 to 6 drinks or a couple of quarts of
Gee,
beer,
Bill, what do you
the
think? Is that a
chances
car?
are 3 times as great. And when the blood alcohol
Dude, that's
has
not how you
reached
spell hazard. It's 2
0.15%,
Z's.
which is the legal limit, the chances are 10 times as great.
Or you spill your beer on the hood. Here's your fruity drink, you
A
loser.
common misapprehension of the drinking driver
I
is
love
that
a
when
good
he first
cherry.
drinks, that is, during the absorption period, as it sometimes
Yeah,
is
keep it up,
referred to,
bucko.
the
You're
individual
my
merely
favorite
feels
bartender.
the effects of the alcohol.
Bottoms up,
During
bitch.
the wearing off period, he becomes less aware of these effects and
What's
deludes
going to get him
himself
first,
into
his
thinking
liver or
he
his
is sober.
lungs?
But
Jesus.
he is falsely comparing his maximum feeling of intoxication.
I
with his
feel good
beginning
enough to
feeling of
ask the girl at the end of the bar
He may
out.
be
See you
far
later,
from sober
Steve.
And is only making a dangerous
He
comparison.
ain't going to score.
We are all aware that alcohol
Oh, I guess he
and
wanted to score with his
gasoline don't
Oldsmobile.
mix.
My bad.
But many of us think it can't happen to us. But it can
I hate it when I have 2 key slots.
Each year.
Damn it.
And it isn't until we have an accident that we seriously
Gee, I
ask
wonder what
ourselves
Martha's
why
going to
we
make me
had
for
that
dinner
extra
tonight.
drink.
I hope it's not leftovers. As a matter of fact, I hope I get a T-bone! Yay!
We all find excuses for
Yeah,
drinking.
because it's Tuesday
Girls look
afternoon.
so different from the rest. A need to belong, a desire to go along.
That's
with the
some really
group, try
tight shorts,
something new.
bucko.
It may start innocently enough. a
He
few
shoots and
beers
scores!
It
Whee!
is a social custom of our time.
You're
But today,
hot.
that
You can
social
shoot a
custom
can
is
into another
invading our
can.
society at a younger age than ever before. The few drinks
I'm
that the
kind of
social
worried about the
drinker
dude in
may
the
take
middle.
don't
He's talking
seem
to
present a
nobody.
serious danger. But the
Eminem!
trouble with drinking and driving is that it is always too late when the emergency
And you
arises,
might lose your pants
and our
like this girl.
reactions are too slow to avoid disaster. It is readily
Riding
agreed
around
by
in my
authorities
automobile.
and tests that driving skills are to a degree a matter of habit, built up over long periods of practice.
Wow, you're really good at this
It has
driving
also been
thing.
proven that the latest driving skills mastered are the first to go when under the influence
And
of
you
liquor.
know this how?
Therefore, the older, more experienced driver is less likely to have his skills seriously impaired than the younger, less experienced.
So if you're
driver.
85, get liquored
One
up
must
and
be
go
able
for a
to judge
ride.
Speed and distance, follow traffic patterns, make necessary adjustments, and be able to react quickly to emergencies.
You disgust me!
After a
I
few
repulse by
drinks,
your
the
touch!
driver is no longer capable of doing this. He has become
Uh-oh,
a poor
cameraman's
driver
drunk.
and is a danger to himself. and
Oh
others.
yeah, hit the gas!
Oh, my hair!
This happened to you, didn't it, Bill?
You took the
Sure,
shocker
you
in the
passed
bum.
Your sobriety test. It showed you had only 0.08% blood alcohol.
You
about
lush.
half the legal limit. They can't convict you on drunk driving, can they?
But you wish they
But
did.
You'll always have to face the
You'll always
fact that
have
those
Broadway.
party beers were a contributing factor in your accident. If you hadn't had them, you might have hit the brake pedal a second or two earlier.
And then
Those
it'd only
skid
be
marks on the
partly
asphalt
smeared.
would have stopped on the right side, not the wrong side of that young woman and her daughter.
Yeah, you know, the
The
front
report
tire
just
just
came
smashing
through.
over little
The
Amy's
little girl
face.
died on the way to the hospital, and the mother will probably never walk again.
Congratulations,
No matter how your
you
trial
suck.
comes
You're
out,
guilty,
you'll always have to
die.
live with those facts, won't you, Bill? A child dead, a mother crippled.
Live with that the rest of your life. Think about it in prison, won't you? Yeah, I gotta go find Sarah Connor, so I'm gonna leave now. Boy, I don't feel bad after watching this at all. Nope. No siree, Bobby. Thanks, Sid Davis. I need a shot.